Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you my Drudge skeleton global set. We can start with some oddities. Here we have the 1997 calendar page with the Drudge skeletons. Here we have a print for the darkened Drudge skeletons. We can see it's different from the MTG card because it has the eyes and the mouth lightened. I think it looks cool. And here we have a James Nelson print, also for the Drudge skeletons from 7th edition. And here we have this, which might not be related to Drudge skeletons, but the cards in those decks, classic 6th edition constructed decks, are front cut. So you can see in the corners, if you see closely, that they are cut different. So here there's a high chance, very high chance, of being Drudge skeletons with the front cut corners, which I think it's cool. And we can start with the binder. So here we start, we can see the contents, the normal editions, and here we can see some rarities. We have Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Revised, Foreign White Border, Foreign Black Border. We have the German Swamp, we have the Summer Edition Skeleton, 4th edition, both white border and black border. Here we have 5th edition, 6th edition. We can start seeing some Chinese skeletons with different arts. 7th edition foil, also different art for the Chinese versions. 8th edition foil. Here we have 9th edition foil. We can see a mistake here. Well, it seems like a mistake because non-foil and foil editions for the same card and same language have different arts. Here we have 10th edition. This is the only card lacking in my global set at home. It's on the way. It should arrive in a few weeks, months. I hope weeks. Here's M10. Here we can see the remaining sets: Garruk vs Liliana, Duels of the Planeswalkers, Salvat, Dual Decks Anthology, Collectors and International. Here I have the remaining set cards because I wanted to have them. Most sets have 9 cards, so I thought it would look cooler to not have the card here with the separator, because then everything moves and it doesn't look clean. So it's not ideal to have the cards here, but I think it's better than not having them. It's information that you may want to check eventually. Here we can see the back of the Collectors and International. They're different cards because those are black pages, but they are not very expensive, so I thought this is cool. And here's signed cards. We can see Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, the German Swamp. We can see a Garfield and Sandra Everingham signed one. This is very cool. Not very easy to find because it's not a very strong card. So people, when they see Garfield, they usually sign P9 cards and duals, but Drudge skeletons is not in the most powerful cards in the game. Here we can see a double signed skeleton swamp with Sandra and Dan Frazier, because he's the artist for the swamp art. And here we'll start with rarities. Like, signed cards are rarities, but not as rare. Here we can see some playtests. You can see Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Ice Age, Ice Age with the menagerie bag, and Ice Age Grey. I know skeletons are not in Ice Age, but they play tested them, which is not, I mean, it might sound strange, but not all playtested cards end up in a set, so I think it's cool. Here we have the menagerie bag. Here I have another skeleton, which is similar to this one, but I don't know what I will do with it. I may grade it, I don't know. Here we can see artist proofs. Some of them are altered. Sandra Everingham doesn't do alters very often. I asked her and she's not doing any kind of commission right now, so I'll have to wait. Here we can see 6th edition Drudge skeletons. I really like this altar. And here we can see an unlimited edition artist proof, which shouldn't exist, but I made it myself with aceton. I wanted to test how it would look compared to the real artist proofs. It doesn't look good. I mean, you can see it's not uniform, the white back, but I had 2 remaining spaces here, so I think it was a cool idea to try it. Here we can see more rare cards. Test print for foreign white border. We can see that the under the text box language is in French, it's not in German. It's very cool, this card. Here we can see a card that they used to teach people to play the game in some shops in Italy. This is very rare. And here we can see the make ready for the Drudge skeletons. This is not really a misprint. What they did was, in the factories, to prepare the printers, to print a whole set, they made some tests with full pages of cards. So to make it cheaper, they used some pages for different prints, different sets. They reused them. So that's why you can see a rare card, common card, and also an antiquities card, which is kind of cool. Then some workers there cut the cards like this. For the skeleton, there's only 1. For some other cards, there's 2 copies, one of them with a corners cut. Here we can see some stamped skeletons from Pro Tour Los Angeles 1996. We can see that the stamp is the blue drop, like the blue mana, which makes sense because that was like the logo of that Pro Tour. And here we can see that the player who drafted them made a little certificate. And here we can see the back of that card, which has to be stored in a regular 1-cent sleeve because it doesn't fit in perfect size sleeves. Here we can see some miscuts. This is from Revise. It is not usually considered as miscut, but as the miscut is so light, I want to believe it's a miscut. Maybe it's NFC, not factory cut, but well, I have hopes that it may be a real miscut. And here we can see an alpha cut. Here we can see another 4th edition miscut and another one. I think this is very interesting because we can see from this kind of a proof that the same set could have different card layouts when printed on the pages to be cut. Because here we can see that in the bottom there's a white card, and here we can see an Eternal Warrior. So at least there were two different card layouts for 4th edition. Here we can see Spectral Chaos playtest card sticked on a 4th edition Drudge skeletons, which I think is very cool. And here we can see the backs of those cards. Here I have some off-centered cards. Alpha 1, 4th edition, different languages. I think this one is cool because it's kind of rotated on itself. It's hard to appreciate on this video, but trust me. And here we have some NFC miscuts for revised. Many. And here there are some 4th alternate edition cards. We can see there's kind of two different printings. The one on the left is darker than the one on the right. We can see it's 4th edition. An easy way to see is because the A is darker on the A. That corner is darker than in normal cards. And here we have some bleached skeletons. And here we have some ink errors. This one is a blue vino, so it has only black and blue ink. I put it next to the sun-bleached one to notice the difference. It's also, it might not be easy to notice the differences. I'm colorblind, so I don't. But yeah, they are different. And this one is very cool. You will notice in a few seconds. I'm missing one that I know it exists, that is has very light text. So very few ink was used for the text. And this one has a printer haki here. Yeah, not very rare. And here you can see why this one is very strange, very unique. Here we can see a counterfeit for 8th edition. This one I didn't do it myself. I don't know where it came from. Maybe from China, who knows. Here I have a collector's edition clipped corners one. I think it's interesting. I want my global set to tell like a story about Magic cards, and knowing that some people clipped cards to be able to play with them in the beginning, I think it's very interesting. This one is an SK altar for the German swamp. This one was made by a friend. It's not on a Drudge skeletons, but it's like force of nature if it was a skeleton. And here are some more different cards. Those are from the librarian. He made those altars for me. This one is not a skeleton, but it has a skull, so I like it very much. This one is a revised skeleton that was altered to be foil. And this one is from 7 Points tournament. This one is from the GlobalCon one, it has a sticker on it. This one, it has like smudged ink on the signature. This one is signed with pen, which I don't really like, but I think it's cool to have it. Those two have foil cut lines. I don't think it will be easy to appreciate it here. They are like here. No, it's very hard to appreciate. But like here you can see a small line, and this is where the foil pages shift from one to another, so it's easy to see. Here's the sticker for the Netherlands Alpha 40 League. And here there are some crimps. We can see an unlimited crimp here in the bottom. Very easy to notice. It's light, but it's very easy to notice. Here we can see fourth edition, also very light crimp, and an int edition, Russian skeleton. And that's it. Here we have some certificates of authenticity for the playtest cards. And when here I have some graded copies on Alpha 9, Beta 9, PSA, Unlimited 10, Revised 10, Collector's Edition 10, 4th edition alternate 9.5, this is very rare, 9 quad plus unlimited 1, a 9.5 quad unlimited 1, and this is the one that I like the most, 9.5 CGC 1. And that's it, because it's 16 minutes and I have to cut. Thanks everyone.